Hey everybody, sorry I haven't been on. I've been not feeling well and been recovering from it. And it's one of those things you just gotta work through. I got a whole bunch of stuff I have to take, but I'll hopefully and get beyond this. Kind of puts everything back. Well, my computer decides to reset again from the fourth update today from settings. Whatever. That's what you deal with. This is going to be kind of a long rant because I addressed a few things that came up yesterday and today. First of all, apparently Trump is MIA. And Marco Rubio had a birthday today. Yay. And Trump wasn't there. And there was an update on Iran where Iran hit an American base today. Trump's not to be found, and Scott Bessent, Secretary of Treasury, was doing his lame best to speak on military matters. Also, it seems that Israel wants the United States to do its dirty work again, and the negotiator they want us, the United States, to eliminate him and start bombing Iran again. Yeah, it's when did we become Israel's bitch? It's bad enough. There's videos of them on that flotilla, peace flotilla they picked up, not only beating people, but apparently assaulting women. The IDF is basically, well, you've seen them before. They had helmets with lightning bolts on them, because that's what they are now, whether you like it or not. And also, there's a video of Jewish settlers, basically abusing nuns. What's gotten into Israel? Not just the government, but it seems the people. And this is what we're shelling out billions to, where our money, my money, goes to. Okay? It's bad enough Mossad has people in New York paying off protesters, yeah, I'm going to call it, screaming for Zoran Mandami to be executed. That was disgusting, saw that. But let me address a couple things here. First of all, I put up a post with just a link to a New York Times article. So Todd Blanche, who was Trump's lawyer during the whole E.J. Carroll lawsuit and got his lunch handed to him, and now is the acting attorney general. He's going to be the acting attorney general until there's another acting attorney general, because there's no way on God's green earth that MFR is going to get approved by the Senate, especially with Bill Cassidy out, Tom Tillis out, John Cornyn out. No way. Yeah, enjoy your brief time as Attorney General. Remember, Trump will not go to jail. You're going to jail. Oh, you're going to jail. Oh boy, you're going to jail, Todd Blanche. But Todd Blanche and the Justice Department is investigating E.J. Carroll for lying on the stand during her lawsuit against Trump, giving him false information. Now, we're talking about what, 3 years ago? And they already said there's no such thing as any kind of fraud or any perjury committed by her. We knew this, but they want to get that removed, and Todd Blanche wants that job badly, so he's going to do this. Also, he wants to make everyone see, look, I'm not a bad lawyer, I was just cheated. Typical Trump fuck. But that's just, I saw that, I'm going, really? Really? And they want to have the slush fund because of the so-called weaponization of the Biden Justice Department for following legal cases against J6ers. And by the way, all that happened to Trump in New York, Letitia James, E.J. Carroll, were state laws. Here in Georgia, state laws. The Biden Justice Department had nothing to do with this. Had nothing to do with that. That was all state law shit. Except for anyone with federal charges, that was J6. But no, he wants to rewrite history that he was victimized. Dude, you weren't victimized. You weren't victimized. But that's what Todd Blanche is doing. I couldn't believe that. Excuse me. And then the Texas Senate race is going to be really interesting. James Tallarico seems to be a good guy, even though some of the far left are trying to sabotage him. You know what? Either you're in or you're out. Get the fuck out of the way. Okay? I don't want to hear your shit anymore. Because he's fighting, his opponent is now Ken Paxton. Ken Paxton, I will say, is probably the most corrupt politician I have ever heard of in the world, ever, of time, but never got any consequences because everyone was afraid of Trump and Greg Abbott. This man is a known philanderer. This man's a known cheat. Until the change of the Department of Justice, or Merrick Garland, basically, he was under federal investigation for, I believe, bribery? He has stepped in to help a fellow attorney who was known to be a pedophile, abusing a child, and instead of letting him, what the jury gave him was life, community sentenced first to 60 days and then let him lose 30 days on good behavior and no record and no sex and no reporting as a sex criminal, as pedophile, basically. Nope, because he knew him. This is why Trump chose him, because he's as crooked as he is. I mean, Ken Paxton's problems. And now, what is he running on? Nothing, other than calling Tallarico Tofarico, saying he doesn't eat meat, he's vegan, calling him all kinds of stupid names. I'm like going, are you running for a U.S. Senate, or is this like a schoolyard bullshit? Like Tallarico said, he's been eating Texas barbecue, since before Ken Paxton's first indictment. And he's got several indictments. It's stupid. While Tallarico's talking about helping Texans, Ken Paxton is looking to help himself. Which brings us to Stephen Miller, who doesn't know his place. He does not know his place. All right, it's bad enough you're starving so-called illegal immigrants, but basically just brown people you picked up, put them in these facilities run by corporate masters who seem to be totally immune from any kind of prosecution of the abuse they're laying on these poor prisoners in these camps. There's a hunger strike going on right now on one of the biggest camps. There's protesters, and instead of letting congressmen and a senator in to inspect, they pepper sprayed him. That's Stephen Miller, okay? And Stephen Miller decided to weigh in on the Senate race and said Tallarico is transgender. This from Timu Nesferatu. Dude, have you looked in the mirror recently? I'd rather look like James Tallarico than you. You look like a comic book monster. Honestly. And people his wife got all upset because they said he's ugly. Lady, it is what it is. If it walks like it does, it quacks like a duck, it's a fucking duck. So this is all the crazy going on. In addition to the $60 million we're spending for a UFC stadium being built in the back of the White House. God, he's such a fucking rube. Literally, it's white trash shit at the White House. I mean, the money being spent, he wants to put his face on a $250 bill that no one's going to use. Trump keeps thinking, and everyone else keeps thinking, that the 250th anniversary of the United States coming into being is Trump did it all. Trump wrote the Declaration of Independence, led the Revolutionary Army, All of this. And also he wants to put his name in a $100 bill. He doesn't deserve these honors. And we don't do that because we don't worship people. It's the Constitution we're loyal to. What do I know? All right. So that's my rant. But for one last thing, empathy is lost during these last few years with the Trump regime. We don't feel for anyone anymore or anything. I saw the other day a small cat that disappeared into a bush. I couldn't get to him. Told my wife we were about ready to mount a rescue mission because his cat was there, but we didn't get a chance to. But I felt for that cat. I knew he was in trouble, but I couldn't do anything about it right now. But we see videos of animals crossing roads, holding up traffic, and most people are just cool with it, okay? Unless you live in fucking Arkansas. Now, I live in Georgia. Canadian geese are everywhere here. They come down, you see them anywhere. You don't mess with the Canadian geese. And most people don't mess with them at all. Okay? First of all, they're beautiful. 2, they're fucking mean. And 3, why would you mess with them? Just admire them from afar. So apparently in Arkansas, a mama geese and 3 of her goslings are trying to cross a busy road. Everyone stopped. Someone took a video. Oh, look how cute. Isn't that adorable? And they were cute. Then all of a sudden, an Arkansas state trooper came up and basically treated him, like any other criminal of color. Because he came up on him and tried to hurt him with his car. With his fucking car. Now, normally, if you're going to do that, get out of the car, use your baton, and kind of gently nudge the family across the road so the road can go through. Not this motherfucker. He hurt him in the car, and he killed 2 of the goslings. Ran him over. Flat squashed him. And then drove off. And the Arkansas State Police remark on it, he was just trying to get traffic moving. That man deliberately killed 2 small living creatures. And don't give me that it's just animals. No, that tells me everything you are as a human being. Where you will literally murder 2 small animals who are just trying to get across the road, a road that wouldn't be there if we weren't here. And mama, in front of its parent, you killed them and drove away. And in Arkansas, that's all good. But that tells you, if he treats those animals like that, because he's impatient, what does he do when he runs into someone he doesn't like as a human? I'm just saying, empathy is lost on these people because they've lost their ways. Do I blame Trump? That's a symptom of Trump's America. But I just don't get it. How can you see that in your heart and do it, but there are so many people that do. And that broke my heart watching that. And there will be no consequences for that man. None. None whatsoever. Because in Arkansas, sure, why not? It's only a critter. Pity, huh? Well, that's my rant for the day. I'm going to get back as the computer gets his shit back together. I'll try to talk to you soon. I'm doing, again, trying to get over this. It's really hard to do a lot of stuff, especially with everything going on, family, all that, other stuff that has to be handled. It gets to be a lot. Anyway, if you want to follow my work, here I am at TikTok, RJ12764 TikTok. I am on Substack at Binder38US Substack. If you want to support my work while I go through all this, sign up for a paid subscription. If not, everything's free. Binder38US and YouTube. Subscribe when you see my videos. Like and post. You know how that goes. Keep the algorithm up and running. I'm at 410 followers. It'd be nice to get 500, maybe 1,000. Just kind of keep going. Don't have any kind of membership there. Don't know how that works. I guess you have to get a certain level, but we'll just keep going there. You can text me at 470-236-2403. Ask me any questions, anything you want an opinion on. Would love to give it to you, considering everything is going haywire right now. You can email me at QUMQUAT, the number 6, at outlook.com. And that is my email address, kumquat6 at outlook.com. Send me an email if you have any questions. I'd be more than happy to answer. I'd love to hear from you guys what you think. Also, if you want to give a one-time contribution to my work, which would help me out, I'll send you a PayPal link, and you can do so. I really would appreciate that if you want to. If not, I'm going to still consider doing what I'm doing. All right, so that's today's rant, covering very many things. It's been a little long, but thank you for hanging in there. I'll catch you when I catch you. More than likely, talk to you. You'll probably see me on Mike podcast, Rational Boomer, the end of this week, as things come to a head again one more time. But you all be safe. Remember, there's more of us than there is of them. And honestly, we kind of have them on the run, because a lot of the shit you see is desperate. So hang in there, guys, and have empathy. Look out for everybody. Be they human or not human, because that's the best way to live. Anyone else, anywhere else, just ruins your soul.